Hunawakaloy, everybody. Welcome. This edition of Project Dees Nutz is brought to you by the letters F and letter C. That stands for freaking cold in Florida. We are freezing our wasabis off today. Got down to about 27 degrees last night here in beautiful Spring Hill, Florida. We been going through a cold snap. Feel sorry for you guys up north. Up north, oh my gosh. 34 below wind chill factor. No, thank you. 2 feet of snow? No, thank you. Ticks me off that I have to sweep leaves. I don't understand why leaves fall off trees in Florida. It gets cold a couple days here and there, but it's not like it's really fall. Anyways, welcome back to the show, everybody. How y'all doing? It's been a little while. Last time we did the Buddha turned out really cool. Striking orange Buddha. Buddha was looking very good, man. That wasn't Chinese. I need to make a public announcement. Times are rough, money's hard to come by, and that's why it's taking so long to make these shows, because I'm out trying to make a buck or two, because nobody's subscribing and sharing and liking and ringing the bell. You gotta ring the bell, people. You gotta share it. You gotta watch it. I need the watch time. I challenge all my viewers to get 5 subscribers. That means I'll have about 54 people then. I kill me, eh, boss? More now so than ever, if you ring the bell, since I'm not posting every Friday like I used to, you'll be able to get notified that I posted one when I post one. Hoping I can get at least a couple in every month, but as of now, I don't know. We are going to make an old style sign. This was my original concept drawing. Keep that in mind for when you see the final product. Turned out muy bueno. I would have liked to add more lights, but I couldn't find a strand long enough, so I didn't want to have my poor friend Johnny at California RV Glass have to worry about switching 4 or 5 switches on to get all the lights to light up. So, alright, let's get to this project. The fingers again. There he goes with the fingers. Mr. Dees Nutz always using the fingers. I'm a warlock. Watch this. Oh, where'd he go? I'm back. Okay, hurry up. Hurry up, Mr. Dees Nutz. We gotta get to this dang project. All right, let's get to it. So we're doing the old style faux neon beer sign. Thanks for watching. Ring the bell, subscribe, tell all your friends. As we get started on this next project, this is a commission job for Johnny at RV Glass in California. Got these old style beer cans. We're gonna make into he wanted a shadow box. I don't think I'm gonna do a shadow box. So we are going to pull this together. I'm gonna do a faux neon sign. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. So I printed this out. This will be my sign, and I'm gonna cut it out of this plywood right here, and then I think I'm gonna torch this because it'll give it that bar look to it. Let's see how that goes. Okay, I found out something. Taught myself something today, and I'm gonna learn you. I'm gonna learn you good. What I've done so far: cut out my board, That's where my neon's going to go. Cut out a cleat. Here's the top. Cut out a cleat. That's going to... Excuse me, Mr. Dees Nutz. Why are you talking sex ed? I said cleat. So, the way this is going to go, it's going to be like this. And then on top, I got the 5 beer cans. So I drew a circle around where all my beer cans are going to go. And then I thought to myself, how the heck do I figure out where the center of that circle is? Because I want to drill with this thing, so when it drills, that bar will cut a nice groove, and then the beer can will sit in the groove. Just like 8th grade shop class, where everybody made a beer can light. I think mine was Budweiser. What was yours? Who really cares? Get on with the project. Teach us something. Alright. Okay. I need to know the circumference of this. Not really. I draw myself a line, and I should have used the red marker. Much easier to see. Let's try it on the other side. Trace my outline. There, I got a circle, right? Now, you take a straight edge. Draw 2 lines anywhere you want from one point to another. Draw this one here. Draw this one here. Doesn't matter where you draw them. You could draw them parallel to each other. It don't matter. Now, you're going to measure from this point to this point. Okay, so it is from this point to this point is 49 millimeters. Half of 49 is 24 and a half. I put my line there. Pay no attention to that line. This one looks like 56. 56. 25 and 3 is 28. 28 millimeters. Right? Think so. Sure. Now, you take yourself. Where'd my little triangle go? My dad used to say if that kid had a brain, he'd be dangerous. So now I want to draw a 90-degree line. So I'm going to line this up to make sure I got a flat edge. Mustard. Put that there. Draw my line. Same thing over here. Put that on my line. Bring that over. Where those 2 lines meet, that's your center point. So now when I drill, I'm going to put the wood in the drill. Boop, put my drill bit right on it. And look at that. Boom. It goes right around that circle. Fabulous. And now we will try this. I want to make sure you're not going to hit any of your clamps there. Not exactly what I was looking for. I thought it was going to be cut in a smooth groove, but it cut an angle groove. But that's okay because I'm well deep enough over here. And it's a good thing I tested it out because I'm like way too freaking big. So I'll measure that and then subtract that from this. Alright, so now I've cut all my circles out. There are 3 different sizes, so I had to readjust each time for each one. I thought it was going to cut a nice square hole, but it's on an angle. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this handy dandy attachment on my Dremel with this bit. I don't know what they call it. Now I'm going to take out the centers of all these and round up everything so the cans fit in there nice and snug and even. So you see what that does is it makes a nice level. The thing you have to remember is because this is only so round, you have to keep it on a level surface. So you want to make sure that you're going to do your center first so that as you come out you have solid base for your whatever they call it to sit on. We'll show you how that looks when it's done. Alright, we are all done with that. Beer can fits nice and snug. It's a beautiful thing. I did some screw ups here that I chipped out over here, so I'm going to have to fill that in with some wood putty. I think it would be best to, before you cut everything and you have your layout, do this first, because what I found was when I got to the edge I had no stability because the plywood's so thin, so I was going in and out, in and out. Not that big a deal because it's going to be hidden, but if you clamp another piece of wood next to it, then when you get to it, you're going to have a nice bigger level surface to work on, and then you'll end up more like this one. This one was the best, I think, out of all of them. What are we going to do next, Mr. Dees Nutz? Well, let's see. We have to sand. We have to lay out our board, and I'm going to put I'm going to stencil in letters Johnny's Garage for Johnny at California RG Glass. RV glass, not RG. We're going to do that. So we'll sand, set the template up, and then I'll show you what I got going from there. I've got carbon paper underneath the print of my old style sign. Because I'm using the pipe cleaners, it's going to be kind of fuzzy, and the S, Y, and E is really close to the red. So I'm going to cut it out. I cut it out and I'm going to shift it up a little bit. And no one will be the wiser. I've drilled my holes where my pipe cleaners are going to go. Hoopie Heiner Heis. This is going to make up the neon. So all the holes are basically where the neon would have been bent. I don't know. You'll get it. You'll get it when you see the end. Now, as you can see, I've got a crappy edge. So what I've done is I've taken my veneer edging with glue on the back. It's pretty cool stuff. Because it's a thin piece, I cut it down the middle. Now I'm left with 2 strips. You get yourself an iron, put it on cotton, and you're going to put your strip on there. Make sure it's accurate. And you just put your iron on there. Melts the glue. Get you glued up. It dries pretty quick. Don't take long. And bam, you got a beautiful edge. But wait, we're not done yet. Now you have your piece glued. By the way, this is called Bandit. Smokey and the Bandit. I'll get you, Bandit. Goo. They stole Flash. And they also make this handy dandy trimmer. It's got a nice 90-degree angle on it. 2 razor blades. You're going to slide it across. Banding is perfectly trimmed right to the edge of your plywood. Go over it a couple times just in case you missed something. Flip it over, do the other side. It's a beautiful thing. Jojo. Who stole Roger Rabbit? Okay, so now you got a nice smooth edge on top and bottom, and then when you sand, you'll end up sanding that down if it's not, perfect, of course. And then to get this edge, where you at? To get this edge, you're going to take a nice sharp razor blade. Thank you for the air conditioner. And cut it off. And there you have it. A perfect, beautiful corner. Here's the mock-up. Drilled it all together. Put the screws in the back to hold the front plates on. Put a screw through the top and the bottom. And then I affixed this with 3 screws. So today I'm going to fix this chip out here. There's a chip out here that I had to put plaster in there. Wood putty. I got to put a band around here. And then I'm going to take it apart, sand it all. You see I've got all my holes drilled for the pipe cleaners. And then we will burn them. Everything needs to be burned and stained. We've got all of our wood sanded. All of our pieces are done. Now we're going to torch. I'm going down to the elevator. See you later. Hey, that hurts. Don't get your hand in the flame. This is a nice chunk of wood. I think that looks cool. Very nice, Johnny. See how this plywood comes out. Plywood normally takes more heat than your regular wood. Forgot I gotta put the veneer around the. Ooh, I gotta put the veneer around the outside of that one. Might look pretty cool. I've stained the wood. We'll let that dry overnight, and we're gonna do a clear coat on all that. Ooh, looks like a tiger. Tiger! And also, two of the cans are old. So they're made of tin and metal. So I used a wire wheel on my Dremel, got the rust off, and then I clear coated those so that they will not rust any longer. Got that done. Cleaned all the other ones up. Looks like brand new. Look at this one. This one's probably from like the 60s. Straight top, old style. Yeah, I know the lighting ain't great, but looks brand new. Got that all done. Got this all stained up. This came out real nice. Very nice. Very nice. Super duper. So tomorrow we are going to clear coat, and once the clear coat is dried, then I will attach the pipe cleaners to the main board, to the motherboard. Not too sure how I'm gonna do that. And then cut anything that's hanging out of the back. That way it'll seal the hole, hopefully. So when I pour the resin on, it won't go through the hole. Okay, time to shellac. Putting a clear coat on here. Remember, always want to start before and keep going after. That's how you get a nice even coat. Ah, the silence is deafening. Okay, so I bent all my pipe cleaners, and then I've cut them all to length so they don't stick out the back. And I'll show you how I'm going to attach those in a little bit. And then you can barely see I did my stencils for Johnny's Garage. So now I'm going to paint these white, and then we'll do the hot glue to glue those in place. Okay, got the Johnny's Garage painted on there. That was a horrible, gut-wrenching nightmare. I had to do like 4 coats, and then the stencils didn't work, so it was real slobbery. Good thing you didn't have to go through all that with me. I tried to go buy vinyl letters. The guy sold me vinyl letters. They weren't vinyl. Didn't work, so I had to paint them like 4 times. So now we are at this point. I'm trying to figure out, when I attach these, we're going to pour the resin over everything. So this frame has to be sealed so that my resin doesn't all leak out. I'm trying to come up with an idea for that, because I don't want to use like a ton of caulk or anything, because then I'm gonna just have more headaches to deal with. So we're gonna glue the pipe cleaners on here today, and well, it's all one day for you people, isn't it? I've attached the cans, just drilled a little hole. Oh, sorry. I attached the cans to the top, drilled a little hole, put a screw in there. I'll paint those black so you don't see them. Got my cool lights in. Battery operated black lights. Those are going to go around the inside of the frame. Gonna make it look killer. Killer from Manila. Ooh, I'm so pretty. I met Muhammad Ali once at O'Hare Airport. My brothers had him sign a Chicago Tribune newspaper. I think we were on our way to Vegas at the time. And I was the one who spotted him, and I was only about 5, 6 years old. He got his autograph on the Tribune. We have no idea where that Tribune newspaper went. But that was pretty cool. Huge hands. I shook his hands when I was little, of course. But still, his hand just like engulfed my hand. Muhammad Ali was the greatest ever. So we're going to get going on that. What I did here was I put electrical tape on the sides that are going to connect to the frame, and then I'm going to run one along the sides, the insides, so it'll be like tape on tape. That should give me enough rubber flexibility to stop the resin from pouring out the cracks, I hope. And then I just cut out the holes where the screws are going, just so there's no twisting of the tape when I screw the screws in. And then also, I'm running a test on the resin on the pipe cleaners to make sure that it looks good, and it does. So I had tons of air bubbles in this mix. I don't know why, but the torch seemed to torch them fine, and it didn't bother the pipe cleaner whatsoever, except the part that wasn't covered. So that's a good sign. Alright, so I've placed these on here. I glued these successfully. So now I'll show you how I did this. So we go to the back. going to push these guys in. And I'm going to inject. And then come back out here and pull it up a hair, because I don't want it to be sticking out the back, and I want it to lay flat. So we're going to do that to all these. Pull it out just a little bit. So we're going to do that for all that. Got to put this here. Got to put that in the bottom. And then we're good to go. Alright, here's the scary part. This is always the scary part. When you're doing something for the first time. Even though I did 2 tests that came out okay, I'm still freaking out. Because I only got 1 shot at this, and we got a lot of time in this. So, first things first. Make sure your project is level. It's level, level, level. Make sure you have your thermometer. When you're mixing, when it reaches 90 degrees, that's when you pour. Don't forget your gloves. Oh, I don't have gloves. Paper towel. You need paper towel, because you're going to get sticky if you don't have gloves. Oh, and don't forget, you got to have the Corona. Day without Corona is like a day without love. So we're going to mix this part A and B up. Allegedly, the calculator, I have 2 calculators I use. The one from Art Resin doesn't give you the ability to add depth, where the MAS, M-A-S, does. If I can, I'll put a link on that for calculating your usage for resin. You go length times width times depth, and it gives you how many ounces you need. Alright, I'm up to 90. Here goes nothing. I'm freaking out, man. It's way too thick in areas. And I'm running out of stuff fast. I know it's quiet. It's because I'm freaking out. Trying to spread it out, get it covered, everything covered. I'm probably going to do another coat on this. Alright, let's try getting rid of those air bubbles. I'm not using the torch because I did singe the pipe cleaners the last time. I didn't realize it till after it had dried. He's looking good. There's a couple bubbles there. I gotta wait for those to pop up. You probably have about 10-15 minutes to pop all the bubbles. It looks like the electrical tape made a good seal. So far I don't see anything oozing out. So far. Yeah, I like the heat gun a lot better than the torch, especially because I didn't want to screw my finish up on here. I didn't want to burn that either. Okay, McFly, it's looking good. So we have these lights, and they're used, but I need to straighten out these pieces. If you hold the one light bulb and take your fingernail and run it, pinch it between your fingers, it gets that out. So I'm going to do that for this whole strand, and then I'll show you how I'm going to, what I want to do is put it so that the lights are closer together so I can wrap them around the cans. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do, now it's straightened out somewhat. You're going to put this, I'm probably going to quadruple wrap it. So I want to take this first one and go so it's about a third of the way from this other light, because then when I double it over, I'm going to put it here. So I'm going to wrap this part here, wrap it around, muy tight. So now I'm going to quadruple it. So see, now my lights are going to be a lot closer together. Looks like I have some bulbs out. You want to make sure that the lights are on, so if you clamp too tight or something and you're going to break the circuit, that it's going to, you're going to see the lights go off and go, oh yeah, I went too far. Now at the other end, you're going to stretch this out. And at the other end, you're going to have a little loop. And you're going to take a little hook. You can do the same thing, just bend it, take a nail and bend it over. I prefer these because it's easier to find the center. And then you're going to stretch your lights out. And very slowly, you're going to turn your lights. And it will start to wrap itself nice and tight, and it will start to shrink a little bit. And now you have a nice, firm, wired lighting system. Ta-da! I started here, I hot glued it here, then I went around this can, in between, serpentine, around, come back around, and because I have 5 cans, it comes out evenly. I end up coming out here, and I put the lights along the top because there were extras. This one came off, I gotta hot glue that. But then I glued the insides of all these, and now my box will sit up here. So all he's got to do is reach behind the box and turn them on. So I figured out how I'm going to run the black lights around the edge. I drilled a hole so they'll come out here and I can work it around. But when I drew the hole where it was going to come out, it was right underneath the beer can. So I couldn't do that. So I took my handy dandy Dremel and I carved out a groove so the end of the light will run down that groove and then come out the back. So I'm going to go around twice, and I should stop here for the second time. So I'll have one string at the top and two on the sides and the bottom. In order to gauge my height, I measured 8 millimeters and taped to the stick. So that's my gauge to figure out where my first string should be. All right, welcome back to the nut board. Let's wrap it up. There you go. Ta-da! Comes really close to the Corona sign. I'm not sure which one. I like them both the best. This is what it looks like at nighttime. So you see how I get the neon. The thing I wanted to do was get one of those lights that you put on artwork, above the artwork like they have in the museums, to show the picture, you know, shine on the picture. And I know I have some, but I couldn't find them. I wanted to get one and have it on the bottom and shining up, because the blue is more, in the night shot, the blue doesn't really stand out so neonish, but if the lights are really close to it, it does. We could have put a frame around it, and that would have kind of hid the lights a little bit. That would have been cool. Maybe put the beer cans around the frame. Ooh, that would be good for like a Schmidt sign, because I've got like, I think it's like 40 different Schmidts. You know, those are the beer cans that have the guy fishing, the guy hunting, the moose, the bear, you know, wildlife and all that stuff, pictures on it. That would be a good one for that. Johnny, California RV glass. I'm plugging for you, buddy. He bought this sign. So there you go. Another project in the books. Ring the bell. That way you'll know when I post something, and subscribe. Johnny, thanks for this one. This sign sold for $200, and that includes shipping. I appreciate it, Johnny boy. Hope you enjoy it. That'll be shipping out today. Next time, I'm gonna do something. I haven't figured it out yet. There he goes with the fingers. Haven't figured it out yet. I'm gonna do something with cork. I'm thinking maybe like a wine tray, or possibly a wine holder. So we'll do something with the cork. And then came up with an idea, something with marbles and resin. I did this one a few months back. I put the resin in this candy dish. This looks really cool though. Be fun to put out. Put candy in a dish and then put resin over it, so when the kids come over, oh, I can't get no candy. Till next time, everybody. God bless. May He keep you safe and your family surrounded with angels to protect you, guide you, show you the way. Till next time, everybody, God bless. And again, please subscribe. Ring that bell. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Watch. And if you know, like I say, if you do me a favor, just go on, watch the whole thing, put it aside if you don't want to watch it. I need the view times. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, adios.